Hello and welcome back to Thalric Plays Blood Bowl 2. In the last episode, I wasn't exactly sure which team I would go for, if we would go another match with the Orcs or not. And in the end, I decided against it because the match was fairly long, so it's okay. I don't feel too bad about not playing a complete match there. So we are going to move on to the Lizardmen again, and let's take a quick peek at the team before we get started, because there are some circumstances to take into consideration. For one, Azathoth is missing for this match, which isn't too bad, but I don't know, it's one less reserve player, which might become a problem. We'll see. And we also have a new Saurus, because one of ours, I think it was Darkelf, got taken out in the last match, and so we had to replace him. Which happens, but it's fine. Not much we can do about that. So let's get started and find an opponent. So how long will it take? About 23 seconds. So for once I'm not going to pause here, but we are going to wait and see if the game is telling the truth, and we'll get assigned an opponent in less than a minute for a change. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, even 2 or 3 minutes is still an okay waiting time, considering that a match takes up to 1.5 hours. Okay, a human team. That is interesting. And not too scary, at least from a normal standpoint. So he's playing with the Ogre. So his Ogre has Guard and Stand Firm, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look here. No Guard and Juggernaut, so he's prone to blitzing with him, because Juggernaut only works if you blitz. It's basically a poor man's block, but a little bit different, and it's a good skill, definitely. I like it a lot. It's a good choice on the Ogre if he wants to blitz with him a lot, so let's keep looking here. That's a thrower with block. Block lineman, block... What? Fend? Yep, block fend on a lineman, also a good choice. Block Dauntless, another good choice, and that could be a problem for us. Blitzer, block, guard, mighty blow, Dauntless, block, guard, mighty blow, frenzy, block, guard, mighty blow, block, catcher with block, dodge, sidestep, okay, and another one with block, dodge, sidestep, dauntless. So he's got a lot of dauntless, which could be a problem for us. And everything else here looks pretty good. So what does his statistic look like? Oh, he's performing very well. So this is going to be challenging, I assume. We'll see. But he won't be able to get more than a babe, assuming he doesn't want to spend any of his own money, which he might. And he had 13 players, if I'm not mistaken, so he has 2 reserve players. Oh, wow, he's actually going for the wizard. Really? That is interesting. And scary. He is choosing to spend 90k of his own money to get a wizard out of this. That's going to be rough. Oh, wow. But I'm interested to see how this will turn out. So we're starting with Rain, which hurts me more than it does him, I think. He gets to choose, so he will receive, I assume. Maybe. Waiting for opponent. So this is already starting like this. I hope this won't get a permanent problem here. And hopefully he will come back soon. So let's talk a little bit about the humans while we wait. They are a pretty flexible team. You've got some good running and passing capabilities. Not as good as Elves, of course, but they do okay. The thrower is decent. They've got nice catchers who start with catch. Although only strength 2. And they've also got some bashing capabilities. They have 4 blitzers with block and strength access, so he's got a good amount of guard on top of everything. on all of his blitzers. Then they've got the Ogre, who is a... Okay, he actually disconnected. Who's a bonehead. So that's something to consider. And let's talk a little bit about Juggernaut while we wait here. I don't think we have encountered that skill a lot so far. You usually only give that a big guy if you want to blitz with him a lot, because Juggernaut only works when you're blitzing, as I've already mentioned. And what Juggernaut does do is, if you roll a both down result, which would usually be very bad for a big guy, you can turn that into a push result. So you can push your enemy instead of going down with him or going down alone because he has block. It also negates fend and wrestle. So, for example, if you choose to push him and he has fend, you can follow up, because fend does not work if you have Juggernaut. Once again, only when blitzing. That's the important part. Normal blocks, Juggernaut has no effect whatsoever, as far as I'm aware. And it does disable wrestle as well, so if you have block, which this ogre hasn't, but if he had, and the opponent had wrestle, and you would take a both down result, you would disable his wrestle, so he would go down and you would remain standing, which is a pretty cool skill. So yeah, that's what Juggernaut does, and I am going to pause now because I am out of topics to talk about right now, and I have no idea if he's going to come back. I really hope so, or not. We'll see, so see you in a moment. And we are nearing the last minute of the disconnect countdown, unfortunately. And I basically have only two assumptions about this right now. I hate myself a little bit for the second one, but the game has shown me that it is possible. So the first one is just that his internet connection went out or something else went wrong. And it's not his own fault that he is not in the match anymore. There's not much he can do. And the second is that he just disconnected for whatever strange reason and doesn't want to play after all. I don't know, it would only hurt him. His statistics have been very well so far, so it would be weird if something like that happens. So I'm going to assume that it's not his fault that he isn't connecting right now, and that something in fact did go wrong. And we have only 15 seconds remaining here to see if he reconnects. And if it comes down to the last seconds, and he does, I am happy about it, as long as it doesn't happen again, because always waiting 6 minutes is a little bit tedious. But it looks like that it will be it. So this should count as a free win for us, so we're back up to full strength and we will get 10 free SPP out of this, maybe? Yes, I think so. And we rolled a 1 in the winnings, so let's re-roll that. That looks better. So this I'm very happy about. As much as I don't like what happened there, I'm happy about what happened. Or what we got out of it. So let's take a look at Olkoth here. And that's a normal level up, so more block. I know I should take break tackle or tackle on one of my guys, but I like block as a first skill. At some point we will get one of these two guys up for another skill, and then we can go for something like this. So we have a big amount of money that, let me see, so this, it's wasteful, but I like the upgrade, and we usually don't lose that many players in one match, so I'm going to take the risk, go down to 40k and buy the Stadium level 3 upgrade because it looks nice, but I'm not going up to level 4 because that's too expensive. So yeah, that's basically it. So we're going to look for a new opponent here. Yeah, this was not a real match. I had to pause here real quick before finding or looking for a new opponent. 166 seconds, so that's more like it again. So I'm going to pause this time once again, and we'll be right back once I get assigned a new opponent, so see you in a moment. And we are back in. We get a Darkelf team once again. We are stronger than they are, so let's check them out real quick. This time I do see some Witch Elves though, so let's see. We've got a Blitzer with block, dodge, tackle, block, dodge, sidestep, fend, block, dodge, agility 5, oh that's annoying, dodge, kick, that is kick isn't it? Yep, okay, dodge, wrestle, block, dodge, block, and block, okay. Doesn't look too bad. He's got a lot of dodge, which will be annoying. But aside from that, it's probably okay. The rest looks fairly standard. So let's see what we get. He will get some inducements though. 210k. We can buy a wizard and a babe, if he's so inclined. We'll see. That's at least what I usually would go for. So the important thing here is we do have the strength advantage. He does have one player with tackle though, which will be dangerous for our skinks. I did not really check how many players he has. I forgot about that. So the first row was complete, but there was one missing player, so 7, 10, 11 or 12 I think. Oh, he's buying a star player. Hubris Rakath. I have no idea what that guy can do. If I would have been a little bit faster, I probably could have looked at him. But we can check him out in a moment. So usually star players tend to not do too much. At least the star players that I've fielded or have been fielded against me so far have not done a whole lot. We'll see. So he looks like a blitzer, I think. And we are playing against Azrael, Eva, and his team are the Yellow Elves. So where's that star player? There. The star is a giveaway. Yep, he's a blitzer alright. Wow, he's got strength 4. Block. Dirty player. Probably he's not going to use that. Jump up. Strip ball and mighty blow. Wow, that guy is actually really good. And he's got a movement of 7, so he's faster. No, the normal blitzers have 7 as well. Okay. I'm not too big on my Darkelf knowledge. But that guy actually has a really good set of skills. The dirty player is once again a little bit weird, and that's the only skill that doesn't really make sense with him, but the rest are all very good. So this guy is a priority target for me. If we manage to take him out, that would be a pretty good. Oh, he's going very heavy on the dodge here with his guys. On the line of scrimmage as well, so we have a wrestle guy, a dodge guy, and a block dodge guy. So knocking him down might be a little bit tough. And I would also like to focus on the kick lineman as well, because that guy will become annoying pretty fast, I think. So which skinks do I want to keep off the pitch? Probably Twitchy, I'd say. So let's switch Twitchy and Azathoth, who's back now, of course. Thanks to that free human match, basically. So we've got some. Yeah, let's switch these two. That's a mighty blow block. That's a frenzy block. Okay, looks decent enough for now. Let's put them on the sidelines. So who do we want to pick up the ball? I think I'm going to go with my 2 block skinks here in the back. I'm fine with that. Mainly because they are the safest targets to pick up the ball with. So this is going to be an interesting match, I would say. He's got 1 reserve player now, so he's actually at 11, and only the star player allows him to have that reserve guy. So we'll see how this turns out. Dark Elves can be tricky, and the amount of dodge he has is problematic for us, considering our block chances and his quality of movement, basically. He can move a lot, or can reposition himself a lot easier thanks to dodge. So that's something to take into consideration here. But we'll see about it. Yeah, I can move him over. So do I want to reposition here as well? I might as well, I think. Will give me more block opportunities, I assume, depending on how I push and stuff like that. So as always, safety for the ball first. Let's move him over. And then we get straight to the blocking part. Okay, that's a pretty good start already. And that is even better. Oh, wow. That is an amazing first block. So this becomes a 3 dice, interestingly enough. Let's take the both down, actually, in this case. 4. Let's do this one next. Okay, only pushing, which is still fine. I'm not going to follow up, mainly because we still have a Saurus on him, and I would like to keep this closed up, considering there are a lot of guys over there. And now we can do a chain push against this guy, which will help us reposition ourselves. So I like that scenario. I don't really like the rest of it, though, unfortunately. So this guy has dodge tackle. Yeah, let's blitz him and then pull back. Or do I want to blitz here with him? No, he doesn't have a skill. He does have a block. So I'm going to blitz here. I need a both down or a defender down, both of which we don't get. I'm not going to follow that one, for the same reasons as always. Let's move like this so we can't move through here, and we'll have to move around. He's going to go very heavy on this side anyways, so it probably won't matter too much, but I have to at least take it into consideration. And I'm not in too much of a hurry to pick up the ball for now, so let's do this block first. We keep pushing, but it allows me to get my Croxigore up and have both of them on the prehensile tail. So that is fine by me. And now we're going to attempt the pickup. Okay, thank you very much. And that will allow me to move to here, I'd say. Then we can move Azathoth. I should not have picked that name. Let's just face it. I screw up that name every time I try to pronounce it. It's fine. But still, it's a little bit silly that I struggle so much with that name. Azathoth. It's hard. My German tongue doesn't like it. Feels weird to say that name. Okay, so far this was a very solid first turn. We have the player advantage. We injured one of his guys, so we will be not be able to field a reserve player after the first touchdown and or drive. And so basically this is a good start, and I hope we can get another injury in without getting injured ourselves. And we should not forget that he has Frenzy on the Witch Elves. They can potentially serve players. They also have Jump Up. So if we manage to knock them down, we shouldn't stand near them if we can avoid it. Also, they only have armor value 7, so they're the squishiest players that he has on the team. He has no runner, if I remember correctly, who would have armor value 7 as well. So my priority targets are the Witch Elves, followed by the Star Player. The Star Player mainly because he's, I think, the only player remaining, aside from that Wrestle guy here. Oh wow, he's going for a 2 dice against block. That's risky. He's the only guy, aside from the Wrestle guy, if I'm not mistaken, that does not have dodge, so we have a better chance of knocking him down. Also, he's the most dangerous player he has on the pitch, so I'm all for knocking him down a peg or 2. We'll see about it. And... wow. He's really going for it. I'm going to go with you both down. Thanks to Wrestle, we're both going down. So it's okay, but still that was... what? Really? Does he want to lose his own star player like that? I wouldn't mind. If he really wants to use him for fouling, that I can work with. And also I have a strength 5 player now that I'm able to blitz that guy with. So I'm all for that, to be honest. The alternatively, well, thanks to the positioning of Darkelf, probably not the best idea. But I could have surfed this guy. No, he's got sidestep, so I actually couldn't. I'm a liar, apparently. So let's go for the big guy. Not the big guy, but let's go for the star player right away. But let's blitz from here, just so that I have the chance to decide whether or not I would like to follow this or not. But in all honesty, I think I want to. And that's the star player stunned, so thank you very much. Oh, KO'd actually. Hello. And you are not allowed to use the apothecary on the star player, so he can't move him to, so he can't keep him on the pitch like that. And we are going to move our cage along the left line for now, because we do have our star player over there. No, our big guy. Now I'm saying it in wrong order. And so we would like to keep it that way. And let's put Underbite over this way. Yaldagorth to here. And I could move a skink through, but that would mean, well, not actually dodging against him, so might not be a bad idea. I think I'm going to do that just so that he has a distraction backwards, basically, that he needs to take care of. Let's see how the first dodge goes, though. Okay, no dodge reroll necessary. There it was. But yeah, let's just put him here and see what he does with that. We do threaten a touchdown right now. I have no intention of actually scoring next turn, because we have a 2-player advantage. So we can just move down the pitch in a slowly and controlled manner, if possible. At least that's my plan right now. We might lose a skink to this, but if he decides to go backwards instead of forwards... Oh, he's just moving them back and not... Yeah, he's using his tackle guy to blitz. Makes sense. Yep, he gets the knockdown, so... Armor break? Maybe? No! So that's good, but he does give us a lot of room to maneuver with right now. These guys need to pull over. And if he orients himself very heavily on this side, we might use all of those Sorai, except for one, who needs to block this lane off and just switch sides and move down this side. And we also can set up a surf here against this blitzer. He does not have sidesteps, so we can move him wherever we want him to go. We'll see. So because of that, I might do, well, probably not, because he does not have blocks, so I need to be a little bit more careful. The question is he going to dodge here, or attempt to dodge? I would definitely dodge with him, because this guy does actually have a dodge. So it's a... wow. Reroll? Yep, reroll. He's going very heavy on the 2 dice against blocks. That will allow him to dodge with this guy without a tackle zone, but still, this is... he's going very risky already. Yep, there it is. So switching sides is not in my best interest right now, but we are also not really forced to do it, really. There's no incentive. My priorities really haven't shifted. Oh, double skulls. Always nice to see those. Yeah, let's maximize blocks. So push him over this way. But we are going for the important blocks first now, which is this one. Oh, a knockdown, not a push. Which is, of course, fine by me. So next up would be a Witch Elf Blitz, I'd say. Yeah, well, actually... oh, Mighty Blow would be so good here. I'm torn right now. On whether or not I would like to blitz with him or not. Let's go for the Witch Elf. We put a Saurus deep. Might be a little bit risky, but I like it. And we just keep him there, which is something I personally can live with. So this one is the next safest. Oh, we do get a knockdown here. We are going to keep him into contact, and we'll follow so that this guy is in contact as well. He might move assists in here to annoy us with that, but we'll see about it. So this is still not necessary to move, so let's take the 3 dice with the Croxigore. Not good enough. Where is he going to be pushed? Probably back here somewhere. Maybe there. Either way, he will be away from this Saurus, so we can reposition him. Okay, he's going over there. So why was I not allowed to follow? Can the game explain that to me? That should not have happened, in my opinion. And let's go there. You are just going to stand up, mainly to divert his focus, and also dodging with agility 3 against a tackle player is not the best idea. So this one confuses me. Did I miss it somehow? I mean, I do blank sometimes, so it's not unheard of, but still, this is... Yep, and he's going straight for the block. He just pushes though. So that is pretty helpful. And he keeps on pushing, but he has Frenzy there, so there will come a second block. Doesn't change a thing. And now we're actually in a good position to dodge again. He's going all the way on him with all of his Witch Elves, so... Yep, there it is, finally. After 10 dice, he rolled one that he needs. That's a pretty bad average, but still, it's good for us. And they are in range of Scar right now. So this guy needs to move here as well to get the assist. Something we had to take into consideration, but it's fine. And this side is now very weak right now. You can dodge with him. But he can't really get another good block. He's probably still going to go for a 2 dice against here, or a 1 dice block. He might stand him up and then blitz with this guy. That would be a 1 dice against either of those targets. But we'll have to wait and see about that. So I'm still in the market for going this way. Or we can move around a lot of the Sorai right now. Yeah, this is still a 1 dice. So it's fine. Yeah, he's giving me a lot of room to move around. Well, at least enough so that this turn we can start moving forward. So he should dodge with this guy. Oh, he had fend. So that explains it. Oh, there's a 1. Double 1. Thanks to the dodge. Okay, that is pretty cool. So, because of fend, we won't be able to follow here, but I still want to do this block first. And we do get a good result, which is the important part. Yep, I just missed that he had fend. And the way he let himself be pushed is actually perfect for him, because it prevents me from going there. Unfortunately. So that's his tackle guy. And I want a good strength 5 block here. Well, first off, 1 skink goes to there. So in case I fail, he can't dodge and blitz me. That's something I do not want to see. So let's do this one next, because it will open up a path. The problem with this setup is it does involve me going for it to reach the Witch Elves. But there really is not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So let's try to maximize output. And by that I mean get a 3 dice blitz. And that's double the strength plus 1, so 7 in this case. Put you right there. So I shouldn't move him first again. And I am leaving myself a little bit exposed right now, to be certain here. I am aware of that fact. But it's still okay, I think. So this is a 3 dice now. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, we do not get what we need, though, even with a 3 dice block, unfortunately. Oh well, it happens, so let's follow, and that basically ends our turn. So his agility 5 guy, if I were him, I would use him to move like so, to here. This is still a 2 dice dodge, and then we would get the blitz. And that might be what he ends up doing. We'll see. He can't really run around that well. Oh, that is good for him. But the important side note is the Witch Elf is not moving away from the Saurus, so I will get another block chance here. Yep, there comes the Blitz. That's what I was assuming would happen. He does not get the results, so he might use a reroll. And there it is, so now he does actually get it. Let's be pushed up here. And hope for the best. This is the scary part. The scatter is perfect, though. Wow. That is so good. Shogath gets it. He can stand up this guy and annoy us to no end now, unfortunately. So I have to be careful with how I play this now, because we need a defender down here. And if I get the knockdown, if I were him, I would just choose to be pushed here to close this lane completely. But he's still going for 1 dice blocks, and that is very dangerous of him to do. So we'll see. I still have the ball. This was a lucky catch here, of course. So if he had stood up that guy first, would we still have caught the ball? I can't see that. I'm not working. So this is once again 2 dice against, and he gets very lucky with what happened there. Wow, yep, that's going to be a problem if that continues. We can't afford for him to make those blocks. That's the whole truth of things. Let's just stand him up and see if we can knock this guy down. For now we can't. So he's going to go here somewhere. If I were him. Yep. And that does actually prevent me from reaching him, which is annoying. So these are not good chances right now. I may have made a few mistakes here and there. So let's see if I can rectify that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's put her there. And follow. Okay, that's an injury. And 1 witch elf taken care of. Oh, he used the apothecary there. That is a bold move, at least. At the very least. Perfect again. And another injury, so this guy is out this time. So this is really good right now. We are getting injuries in. And everything is going at least fine enough. So let's try to get rid of this guy. We do, actually. That is, once again, pretty good. Oh, hello. Wow. All of those armor breaks are really, really, really good. And that does keep us alive a little bit right now. Yeah, let's move him like so. And this is a 1 dice, and I could get that up to a 2 dice. If I move him down there. And he would choose to be pushed over this way. Let's do that, I think. He shouldn't be able to serve me. I have block, so I feel fine with this. And I will just take the both down and not push him. He would end up here anyways, I think. And then we can dodge with him. And put him right there. Because he might want to open up away from over here, and we want to bottle that up, if possible. So I still have 3 turns left, and I am in range now, even though it would mean 2 going for it. And we do have a pretty significant player advantage, but he's still holding his own and doing a good job at keeping us at bay. Wow, this is what keeps him in the game, basically. And I can be lucky that he's not able to serve me, or serve the Croxigore. But that will allow him to get a blitz with his tackle guy on top of everything. But it won't be a good one. It will be a 1 dice blitz. Won't get better. It will be a 2 dice against blitz, even. Well, if he moves here, maybe not. Yeah, he wants to get rid of this tackle zone. Move to here and make that a 2 dice. But it's not as easy as it looks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would do that. I would take those odds. Okay, he's just pushing me backwards. That I can work with. Nothing bad about that scenario. Okay, but now he's going for a blitz here. There failed the going for it. So he's probably going to take that last reroll of his, I assume. But that's still yet another going for it. Nope. But also no big result here. And because he followed up, we can push him away now, and he won't be able to follow us. This is annoying now. I don't know if I'm able to stand up Mighty Jaw here. We might not be. But we'll see about that. So let's try to get finally rid of this guy. We do have Mighty Blow, so probably here or there. Not on the sidelines. So we might be able to knock him off the pitch. Nope, not happening. That's his tackle guy. So I'm debating on how close I can play this, because I would love to blitz with Scar against this Witch Elf, or this guy. Probably this guy, because we need to get the Saurus away from the sideline, or the Croxigore, but that also means I can't blitz backwards here, and I would have to dodge. You know what, let's do this differently. Stand up him. You as well. Then we'll blitz the Witch Elf. So ding dong, the witch might be dead. Let's see. Nope. It is not, but it is still fine. Next, we will move you down this way. And now I will attempt to dodge. Thank you very much. And actually switch sides here. So we're running away. Because I do still have two players here, two Saurai free that we can use to create the screen and get things going basically. So now we have a screen. We can knock him down actually. Wow, that is very helpful. Let's follow this. And I am not going to stand up Mighty Jaw because he might end up served. Considering his 2 dice against rolls, it's possible. The only thing that would prevent that would be a attacker down or a both down, both of which we can rely on. So let's just keep him on the ground. It's still fine. He has not that many players left to move around. And that should allow me to score in turn 8 if everything goes according to plan. We also still have 2 rerolls. So 1 for each of the coming turns, and that should allow me to do some stuff here still. And this is it's a little bit unfortunate that we have Underbite on his Fend guy, so we are not allowed to follow up and get our second block in case the first one fails. Maybe we can free up Underbite, and that would allow me to blitz down here to push out the Agility 5 player and maybe injure him or KO him that way. That would be very beneficial. He also shouldn't really be able to reach my ball carrier here. And assuming, well, he's probably going to move the Witch Elf in some sort of way. Okay, yeah, as long as he doesn't dodge with this guy, he will prevent us from getting the surf here. But he is actually going to move him. In a little bit of a weird manner. So this is a 2 dice now. But against a not so favorable target for him. So let's just go here. Down here would have kept him safer. But I'm not against trying to get a 2 dice block with a skink. Yep, that's a... Oh, yeah. Still not enough. I get to choose. Nah, I do have my plans here. So let's secure this one first. Move out of reach completely and make it so that he can't kill me, basically. So like that. And now I need to decide who I would like to serve. His tackle guy would be good, but I can't reach around to get him. So we're going to go for the agility 5 guy. And it might be a waste of the mighty blow, but it's still better than the alternative, basically. So let's just push him out. Goodbye. And that's another KO for us. Perfect. So it worked as I hoped it would. He might come back, he also might not. Either way, we are fine. So let's set up like so. And do this block. Only a push. Which is not a big deal though. We do get another chance here though. So he has block. So I'm going to do this block first. It's the best chance of succeeding. Or at least not hurting us, per se. Oh, nice. That is very nice. Let's stay. And then we can do this one. Oh, hello. That is once again very lucky as well. Let's follow it. Oh, armor break. Just a stun, but still, it's good. It's definitely not bad. And we're just going to stay in the way and leave Mighty Jaw on the ground once again. And the question now is, how greedy do I want to get? I think I will try to blitz at the least with a Mighty Blow player to get another chance at an injury or a KO. Double skulls, reroll double skulls is an unlikely result. It's not impossible, and I've seen it happen, but it's possible. I won't use the reroll to make the block better in case I just push him. That's just asking for trouble. But I will at least attempt to maybe get another injury in. So that is not something I would like to see, though. But it's also not something I'm willing to use the Apothecary on. So we're down a Saurus, which might become problematic. And it's a good one as well. So we'll have to live with that, but it is what it is. We won't be able to serve any of those guys, unfortunately. But nope, that guy is moving out of serve range as well. So who's our best target? I'd say the Wrestle lineman, because he has Wrestle. But I am going to go for the Tackle Blitzer, because it's the Tackle Blitzer. And he's just the scarier target. He's the more dangerous target. And that's why I'm going for him. With a 3 dice blitz, like so. Just pushing. Let's be greedy. Triple skulls is is not something you see very often. Okay. Doesn't change the result, unfortunately, so we're only pushing him. And that ends this result and gives us our touchdown in turn 8. He will still have his 8th turn, and so he does get 2 chances to get his KO players back. But he will still have a maximum of 10 players on the pitch. Right now it's 9, if I'm mistaken. And it is the Agility 5 player that stays out, so the star player is back in. Yes, okay. And we have our Sorai here. But because it is still possible for him to reach us and hurt us, I'm not going to give him the chance, so we are just moving everybody back and out of the way. And he's just getting his 3 blocks there, but we're making it at least somewhat harder for him with the Croxigore and 2 Sorai. We'll see if that is going to have an effect. I hope he doesn't injure us more. Might happen, of course, but we'll see. He also might decide to foul again with this guy. I assume he will block with him because of his high strength and mighty blow, but we'll see. But the first half was very successful. We injured 3 of his guys. He used his apothecary to keep 1 on the pitch. So at least in the injury department we did do a thing which might be very helpful in the long run. And he's at 3, 6, 9 players right now, and will go up to 10 at a maximum. Very sunny, so -1 on passing rolls. That is not too big of a deal for me, and probably not him as well. Dark Elves usually go for more of a running mad game and not a passing game. So that is really good. His star player is not knocking us down. And if I were him, I would have pitched him against this Saurus, because this Saurus does not have block. And would have been easier to knock down. And in this case, the result was... it wouldn't have changed anything, but it still would have been the better choice. And he's going for the 2 dice against blocks right away again, and I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. He's going to push me here, and that will now give him a 2 dice block, I think. It's 4, 5, 6, so she will get a 2 dice. Why is he just not doing that? Thank you. Okay. The question is he interested in fouling even though it's not a star player? Probably not, but we don't know. He might use one of his linemen for that. He is moving in a way that would suggest he wants to foul. Yep, he's definitely going to do it with this lineman that doesn't have a skill. It's risky, because he might be sent off, but the reward could be very good here as well for him. Yep, just a stun, so no concern. But he's also not being sent off, so it doesn't change anything right now. Now he gets a free pass. Will this guy level up if he manages? Nope. Okay. And that is the end of the first half, so let's see what happens now. He stays out, and that is very important. His Agility 5 guy would be very problematic to take care of in the second half. So how do I want to set up here? Probably still use the weakest Sorai for the most part. But not all of it, I'd say. So I'm definitely going to keep Underbite back here. Then we have Olkoth. and the Aldagorth. I am leaving Scar on the line of scrimmage to make it harder for him to get the knockdowns he needs here. And we have 3 block players back here, which is fine and what I want. And the skinks are the big question mark right now. So where's Twitchy? Twitchy is right here. So Twitchy stays off the pitch once again. I have no problem leaving Nyctelios on the side and Shogath. So the problem is his tackle guy. Unfortunately. He's still there. So as much as I would like to close this down, I feel like I can't, reasonably at least. So I'm not going to. Instead I'm going to set up very weirdly looking, I think. You know what, let's set up like so. It will allow me to move around with the skinks and intercept if things come down to that. He will get the chance to attack a skink if he so desires, but that would be fine with me right now. Yep, so let's keep it like this. Looks a bit weird and I'm not completely sure. It's always when we're missing a Saurus when I'm not completely sure again on how to set up, because I don't want the skinks to be in too much danger. So now I'm using the least valuable skinks as bait for him to attack or be able to attack. The better choices would have been the 2 block skinks to put here and there. But he does have tackle, so he can knock them down still pretty okay. And so I'm not willing to give him that chance. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. But he is still only at 9 players. So we do have the player advantage. He won't be able to knock us down very well right here. So let's just see how this turns out in the end. And we do keep our most valuable skink off the pitch right now. Oh wow, that is so bad for him. He's already at a disadvantage, and now his best blitzer is stunned. It could have ended worse. You can get an injury from that as well. But he is going for what I assumed he would go for. Right for the skink. But that also allows me to isolate this guy, so I might just blitz backwards, and maybe thanks to Frenzy and Mighty Blow I will get an injury there. We'll see. Depends on what he ends up doing with all of his remaining players. But that at least allowed me to predict his blitz, and I wasn't wrong about it, so I'm happy. I could also alternatively attack his star player. Once again, no dodge, so he's an obvious choice. But the problem is he is going to go for this side, and so I have to be careful with how I defend, basically. I don't know how aggressive he will go right here. So she picked up the ball and made a handoff. So does he want to pass as well? Probably not. And he won't move further than this, I assume, because he needs to create a little bit of a safety net. So he's trying to cage, but he can't complete the cage. Oh yeah, so far this is fine, and I know how I would like to proceed here. I think it's all pretty standard and obvious right now. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I also can't afford to be surfed there, so you know what? We do have block, dodge, sidestep, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's put you there. And I am going to blitz backwards. Against this guy. let's set up for failure, of course, once again. So put you down here, just in case things do go wrong. And we do have the strength 5 hammer that I can put right there. But now we're going to blitz you backwards. Let's push him. And I might get another block out of this if I don't get the knockdown, which I do not. So let's see if we can knock him down with this one. We cannot. It doesn't change too much, so I'm just going to stay. And he could potentially already score, which means I need to make sure that he won't. As much as it annoys me as well. But that's just something we have to work with. Let's put you there. And yeah, now that's asking for trouble, unfortunately. So let's put Shogath over this way and see what he does. We do have a very... These two are already very annoying because they're both strength 5. This guy has block, he's got guard, so he's not getting any good blocks there. Oh yeah, he will attempt to score this turn. There's the injury I've been waiting for. No long-term effects. So we're down to 10 players permanently now, but we still have a player advantage as of this moment. He's going to attempt to switch sides and do a pass. The problem he's facing is very sunny, so it's -1 on passing rolls. Oh, is he actually? He's not scoring this turn. Okay, so we do still have time here. But these dodges will be more difficult thanks to the prehensile tail. He does still have dodge, but it's a 3 plus dodge now. Okay, not with this one. Oh, and that's his wrestle guy, so he has no built-in reroll. Now he has a complete cage, though. And that's a reroll he needs to take. And also not moving. Oh, so the star player here is something we have to take care of. Let's go back here. We need to move back over again. He's always going for the 2 dice blocks. That is so risky of him to do. But he needed to do that to prevent me from being able to attack the cage there. Doesn't really matter too much to me. At least for my immediate plans, we're still okay. So now I have 2 options. Go for the tackle guy again or go for the star player. And in this case, I am going to go for the star player. For pretty obvious reasons, I would say. So can he reach there? Yes, he actually can, so we're going to do that. And I just want to make it difficult for him to... Oh, I can actually blitz there in a moment, so let's do the block first. Yeah, we need to bind up this guy as well, though. But let's do that with a player that does not have block. Just in case I don't get the first block, we need the assist here for the second. But we do. So let's push him backwards. So this guy is more a nuisance than anything else. But I'm still going to have to deal with him. So I could attack this guy. But I could also just go for a witch elf again. I like those odds and that idea. He might try to switch sides again, but we're still mobile enough to be able to react to it, I'd say. And I am, of course, going to follow. We do want that tackle zone on the ball carrier. So let's try to make it harder for him to move back again. Move Noctalios to this way. Keep Olkoth set up here. So he might still try to break through here, but let's just hope that he won't be able to. And we'll put Azathoth like so. And here I just want to dodge. But keep standing in the way, basically. Yep. Or move a little bit over for the next turn, like so. That way I will be able to react to anything he does. It's agility teams and defending against them. It's not easy. And I need to be aware of the possibility that he would just give that guy the ball and put him down here. Because he is putting him into scoring range for next turn. So I can't ignore him. With agility 4, it's always a possibility to pass. Even with it being very sunny. But right now we are keeping him on the line of scrimmage for the most part. And we can predict how he's going to move. 3, 4, 5. So this is a 1 dice right now. He will make that a 2 dice in a moment though, I assume. That is a lot of rolls. Let's see what the going for is ends up being. Makes it. So now he does have a 2 dice. He should use his block guy there. Okay, to take the both down. But that is... nope. Now it's not good anymore. Without a stun, this would have been really good. It obviously would have allowed us to keep all of them next to the Croxigore. He is going to orient himself over this way again. But he can't form a complete cage, so he needs to go here, probably. Yep, what he ends up doing. And he is moving forward, so that could become a problem. And most of my Sauri are out of position right now, so we'll see if I'm able to get them into position again. I can definitely blitz this guy, and he has no skills whatsoever, so we have a decent chance of knocking him down. I could also attack the ball directly. We do have the skinks in range to run around, get the assists, knock him down. Oh, that is so good. That's his star player on top of everything, so he's not going anywhere. And he did not take the reroll, which is the important part about this scenario. So unfortunately, I can't get quite as far as I would like with my players. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. But at the moment, this at least is not yet a big problem. So we do have sidestep. So let's put a sidestep player right here. And then we do have another skink to use there. So he can score, but I once again can't ignore him completely. So we need to keep a player in the vicinity at least. Yeah, let's leave him there for now. Well, he might be served, so let's not. Well, for now, yes. Let's do the blitz first and see how this works out. Okay, that is good enough. We are going to do it like so that I can push him. Oh, that is so good. The KO is amazing. That is really, really good. Yeah, let's move him up again. And before we do anything else, put Noctalios on the ball carrier, just so that he needs to either dodge or blitz him away. Since he doesn't have any SPP, I don't have a big problem about this. And let's actually move Shogath up a little bit, just so that he doesn't have an easy option to move back again. Because I assume that's what he's going to attempt, is trying to move over again. He will just end up blitzing Shogath in that case. No, he's going for this blitz, which we can work with as well, of course. But that was a pretty unlucky result. He gets it done, though, in the end. Okay, a stun. But he's not blitzing forward again, which is the important part here right now. So he probably won't be able to make too much forward progress. And we will be able to stop him again. This also means that he didn't get to blitz with his star player there and make use of his mighty blow. So that is pretty good. He should stand him up, though. There it comes. Oh, he's going to foul again with the star player. Let's see how this turns out. An armor break. He's stunned and he got sent off the pitch. Oh, wow. That is so bad for him. And so good for us, of course. That was really, really unfortunate. He's having a pretty bad time of things right now. So, here's our frenzy. We do need an assist, though, to make sure that we do get it all the time. Or we just need to, yeah, wait. Put you there. That is all we need, basically. And we're using Frenzy here to maximize our potential, but it's fine regardless. And the block dodge sidestep player there to make things more difficult. So now we're trying to box him in and prevent him from moving around. And how do we do this best? Well, basically we are binding up as many of his players as possible and see how things turn out. This guy can still move, and I would be able to reach him probably, like so, but I don't like it. I would like to keep one player mobile and in the back to see where he goes, so that we can stop him from moving, basically. But this match is going very well. That's just the risk I was willing to take, and it did just happen. It's fine. No armor break. So not a big deal. Yeah, that will only give him a 1 dice still. And no movement. Okay. Oh, he did take the reroll there? I mean, I understand what he's going for. He's going to move Mathmal now. And then follow up with his Blitzer. And go down here. And that might actually work, unfortunately. That is the problem right now. Yeah. Oh, he's going... Is he going to make the handoff? Yes, he is. This could end bad for us. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I do have some ideas. It's all just a matter of making it work with the movement we have available for us. So he is going for the fouling now. Okay, that is... If he's so inclined, why not? I don't really care. And if he wants to lose more of his players. We can work with that. It's not really a big deal. So this is still a pretty big problem right now, because I do need to reach his player somehow. And that won't be very easy to achieve. And so he might still score, unfortunately. And if that happens, there's not much we can do about it. So let's take the better block here because of that. Okay, this is a decent start. Yeah, I know what I want to do, but it's going to be hard to achieve. Oh yeah, crap. This is going to be a problem. He might score. The problem is I need to get there, and if I don't, he scores. But I would like to blitz with the 1 dice. But that is going... Yeah, he outplayed me there. So now I have to do risky stuff to try and fix it. And that is the big problem. I'm going to try, but it might fail and he might score. I do still have 3 turns after that to maybe even the odds again. So that could work as well. But I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, there was a double one on a dodge, I think. Yes, it was. And we KO'd ourselves. So we can score now. We can't change that fact. That's going to happen. The double one on the dodge there was unfortunate. I was hoping for a chance to get him there. So now it's a 1 against 1. 1 on 1. But it's still not impossible to win, and he did get 2 of his players sent off, plus the 2 injured ones, means that he has 8 players now, I think, on the pitch. But we are missing a few players as well. So he's at 3, 6, 8, yes, and we're at 10? 3, 6, 10. Yep, looks right. So it's not impossible to make. And he did play that pretty well there, and I did let myself get caught up a little bit too much, and he managed to get away, so it's my own fault that he scored there. But it was a good touchdown. So I can't be mad. It is what it is. Let's just try our best here. 3 turns is more than enough, assuming I can pick up the ball. So the big tackle threat is still on the pitch. Right there, in the back, all the way in the back. And he's setting up very deep in his own half, so I will have... I can move around pretty freely. So that might allow us to do some good stuff here. I mean, it's still not an automatic win right now, but we do at least have a decent chance, I'd say. So let's leave Twitchy back here as well. And we'll use Noctalias and Azathoth as our offensive drive players here. But both of those here would be good to get the touchdown. Both of them would level up from the touchdown. And we gain a turn, which is actually pretty good. It's more helpful to me than to him. Oh yeah, I did set up wrong here. So let's do this block like so first. I wanted to set up in a way that my good players get the best blocks first, but I get a chance to do that again in case I fail. This guy was the only one without block, or without dodge. So let's see, this one doesn't have as well. Let's put him over there. Gives us another chance on this one. But we do still have the Croxigore. So I do get a blitz here. It's not really a very good one. But it's no going for it, so I'm going to do it. And we actually managed, so that's pretty cool. We are not allowed to follow, but who cares? And let's just see how this goes. We would like for him to not dodge there. And I think I'm going to take the chance with Shogath, I think. This would allow me to get sure feet though, if I level him up. So let's try it with Twitchy, actually. We'll do the pickup, or is it the 3 dice here already? Yes, it is. So let's do this first, actually. Nice. Very, very nice. And we'll follow this one, of course. Oh, maybe an injury? No a KO, though. Works just as well. And now we can. I would like for us to have the better one-turn touchdown chance in the future. And I'm not forced to go very aggressively forward right now, because of the extra turn that we gained there. So let's just not do it. But instead set up our defense here as much as possible. So I assume he's going to blitz Azathoth. Once again, Azza. Let's just call him Azza, or Az, or something like that. Thothy. Yep. Doesn't really help him though. He will get a second block here, thanks to Frenzy. And that does it. Both down or push? What is he going for? He's pushing us. Okay. And an injury. Well, that is fine. That is not fine though. So here we are going to use the Apothecary. And let's take the death. Goodbye. -1 movement allowance would have meant he would be dead anyway, so let's just do it. And maybe now I can replace him with a name, a player that is actually pronounceable for me. It's unfortunate that we lost him. It happens though. They're skinks. They do die. They get injured. Nothing new. We do still have a decent, some decent skinks. 304. And he's not the only one with movement allowance 9. It's unfortunate that we missed out there. But it's also not a game killer for us. So how many players with movement allowance 9 do we actually have left? 2, I think. Yep. So that is good. At least good enough. So where do I want to go? He's screening a little bit right now. So I am going to go this way, because that is where his Witch Elf is. And I would like for that Witch Elf to go down, if at all possible. But I would also like for him to annoy those two. And you go there, please. That should make this a 3 dice. No, not yet still. So this is a problem for me personally. Well, actually not. We can move Darkelf back here. So let's set up first. He might get served. It's unlikely, but he might try. And if he does, there's not much we can do about it. Yeah, let's go right up there. Now we can bring in Nyctalios as the assist. And that now should make it a 3 dice. And we do get the result that we want. Perfect. And let's push you there. Stun is good enough, at least. An injury would be nice. I would love for him to get an injury in. But a stun is still a pleasing result. Let's say it like this. And put Shogath over this way. And just so that he has to move him or block us, we'll put our Saurus over there. He's a little bit out of the way, but it's once again a dodge move he needs to pull, and the double one is a possibility. It's not impossible. It didn't happen here, but he had to dodge him instead of just being able to move him. And otherwise I would have just pulled him back here to somewhere that wouldn't help us in any way. So that's his agility 5 guy. He still missed out on a dodge there. So he is going to attempt the serve, but he won't get a good block here. It will stay a 2 dice against, because we do have the assist from here. So let's just see how this turns out. He doesn't have a reroll left. So we're going down. That's just the reality of things, but it could have been worse. It also could have been better, obviously. Like so, for example. Or like so, even better. So he's losing players left and right now. And we still have chances here, or options. I would love to serve this guy, but that would mean blocking with the Croxigo first, which is something I'm not willing to do. So instead we're going to knock down this guy, if we can. And let's push him down there. We can push him next to this Saurus if we don't get the knockdown, but we do, so I'm going to push him down there. Oh wow, hello. We are farming a lot of injuries this match. I like this a lot. Let's hit the Witch Elf. Oh, he finally rolled a Bone Hat. And here I am actually willing to take the reroll. We do still have the Blitz option, but it's the... we can't spend all of them. And I really don't mind this. We do need to move though, so I need to move first and then we can Blitz. No, that's going for it, so let's put you there. Move Nyctalios to here. Get him all the way over this way. And then I can Blitz. You know what? Actually... well, no, I would like for him to be able to move afterwards. Or to reposition, depending on whether or not we can knock this guy down. Which we cannot, so I'm not going to give him the opportunity to move. But instead we're going to lock this down if possible. So put him here, which will allow him to dodge. I could block him here, but I don't really want to. The problem is this Witch Elf. She, thanks to jump up, she can jump through here. But we can only prevent this from one source, basically. So I just have to hope that this works out. We'll see. Moving the Croxigore over here was a mistake. That's just simple as that. Oh, but he rolled 2 ones here. Not in a row, but he ended up rolling them. So it's good for us. As simple as that. And it's turn 16. We won't lose, so I am going to try and maybe get another injury in. We do still have the reroll, so I'm once again counting on the fact that I won't roll double skulls, reroll double skulls. It's just something I want to try. Okay. So why not? Basically. But this should do it, I think. Maybe. Well, no, I can still get this splits. Or this one. Nope, that would mean going for it. And I'm not willing to risk both. I could also serve here, but to what end? It really wouldn't serve a real purpose here. Oh yeah, we already blitzed. I should have blitzed with him. It's fine. So we win. That's what it comes down to. Ah, I forgot to post GG. Nope. Game not found. Okay, we can't. So yeah, that was the Lizardmen version of the 2-1 grind, basically. So I'm happy that worked, and that we gained that 1 turn there really helped us out. We probably could have done that in 1 less turn if we really needed to, but it certainly helped that we got the additional turn there for our actions. And let's just see what this ends up getting us. So a 6 here, pretty good. Noctalios got the MVP. I'm all for that, considering we do have to replace one of the skinks. And yeah, aside from that, I think we didn't get a single level up here. Oh, we actually did? Who leveled up? Oh yeah, Twitchy. I'm dumb. I just scored with him to get that. Oh, really? Really? Yep. I need to take it. So if you're not aware, you can get the same characteristic level up twice, but not more than that. Also, 10 is the highest value you can get. So for example, a gutter runner can never have more than a movement allowance of 10. It's the only guy that could make it because he starts with 9, so 2 plus movement allowance would put him up to 11, but 10 is the maximum. But this is really good now, so he's a true one-turner now, the same as the one I have on my Skaven team. Because of sprint, he can now run 13 spaces. And I have to take it. So next will still be Sure Feet to make him a safer one-turn touchdown player, but this is amazing. This is really, really good. It's so strong. And I'm going to buy a replacement skink, of course. I need to look up a name first. I'm not going to go for Azathoth again, because I don't want that tongue breaker anymore. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see me play more Blood Bowl, just subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you tune in next time. And have a nice day. Bye.